So got back into China last night. At the border it wasn't too bad. They wasn't taking anybody's temperature. Oh yes they was they? No, they didn't take anybody's temperature at the border coming in from Hong Kong. But you had to fill in a thing saying where you've been, what you're doing, why you're coming to China, your name, your health history. So did all that. Then across the border, went and picked the cat up, and it was alright. The taxi driver saying Shenzhen's not too much. Doesn't seem to be any major curfews in place, but people generally staying in. I mean, it is a ghost town. It usually is quiet this time of year. It's only just after the holiday, but usually people will come out now and go shopping and hang out, and you know, but it's quiet. Just a few people wandering about, and of course everyone's got masks on. I've come out because we got no food in. No milk, no vegetables, no meat. So we got to go and get some food. So that's where I'm going now. But you can see it's... Yeah, there's a few people about, there's a few cars, but it's very quiet for China. Very quiet for Shenzhen city. So we can do is see what happens. Stay in, work from home. I mean, everyone's on holiday here, but still dealing with customers and stuff. And see what happens. When we got into our building actually last night, oh no, actually when we come off the highway in the taxi, it's just down to one, because the highways in China are toll highways, so they just open one gate. And you had to they tested us all for our temperature and asked us where we come from, and then let us into the local district where we live. It's hot in here. I'm wearing the only masks I could get. Actually it's a builder's dust mask, and then a builder's dust mask and a surgical mask underneath. Anyway, when we got home, someone's happy. There's a guy across the road singing. He's singing at the top of his voice. He's got his headphones in. Anyway, so then when we got home last night, the management checked our temperature before letting us in the building, and told us that the government will come round regularly and check everybody's temperature at your front door, and should stay in and not go out unless you really have to. I think everything's on holiday, extra holiday here to about the 19th, something like that, or the 9th of February until further notice, I think. Anyway, so our staff won't be coming back on the 3rd now, and some of them are not allowed to travel, we've been told, because they're too far away. Jesus, bend your ears over. I'm going to end up with Yoda ears. Look, I've got Yoda ears. Usually this street I'm walking down now is bustling with people, and all the shops are open. Even today, most of the shops would be open. It's a few days after the festival, the New Year, and it would be a lot busier than this. So it's very quiet, kind of nice in a way. It was so quiet this morning that there are even birds on our balcony, on our roof garden. So I woke up to the sound of birds this morning. Anyway, I'll give you a quick look around and then off to the supermarket. It's quiet, there's a few people about. Quite windy today. Temperature is about 8 degrees centigrade. But you can see everyone's wearing masks and just got to be careful, you know. And it's like down the ambulance. Okay, come and quarantine me. Of course, into small districts and that there are, like here on the right, there's some security now. Never used to be. Like into small communities, and they'll check your temperature before you're allowed in there. It seems that's what they're doing. Actually, there's a few people come out because they're curious. I mean, you can only stay indoors so long before you start going mad. But it is very quiet. I've got to get... That reminds me, my wife will want rice. These here, they're just installing these. These are parking bays. Look, they're free high. Ground, middle and top. And they kind of rotate around like that. So you drive in that side and move your car around, and all automatic. Electric bikes about. So this is quiet, and when we get down to where those buildings are up ahead, there's new tower blocks down there where the supermarket is. I use this supermarket because it's you can trust the meat in this supermarket. Some of the smaller supermarkets, you just don't know how long the meat's actually been in and out of the freezer for, and how old it is. But this supermarket, we don't seem to have any problems from this one. It's a Rainbow, it's a chain, it's pretty good. Price is a little bit more expensive, and apparently prices have been hacked up a bit now, risen up, so it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, we'll have a look around the supermarket. So this is the kind of meat, here you go, like that. You don't want to be buying that. You don't know, I mean, I'm sure it's okay, but you know how long that guy's had it there, and also he's been handling it. And then those kind of open places just there on the left, I don't know whether I caught it on the camera, but there was a table there, and it's got like the raw meat there on the table, uncovered. You don't know, people have been picking that up and touching the nose, and another person says, I don't want that, and another person comes along and he picks it up, you know, and he touches his nose, or he takes it home and eats it, and there you go. So buying sealed meat and then just washing it really well when you get home. You know, I like my meat. Little baby down there without a mask on. Street cleaner without a mask on. Apparently, if you don't wear a mask in Shenzhen City, in the Guangdong province, you can be fined. Generally, I think the government workers who are monitoring this have a reasonable attitude about it, and will just say to you, hey, you're not wearing a mask, put it on. That chap wasn't wearing one, this little boy's not wearing one, but I don't think I think Shenzhen's had a few cases. No one's died here. Hope nobody does, but everyone's, you know, restricted to their homes in major cities. Of course, Wuhan is on major lockdown, and one or two other cities, Shantou, and apparently Hong Kong are going to close the border tomorrow. A lot of doctors are threatening a strike in Hong Kong if the government don't close the border. bit of a shit because I've got a business trip on the 10th to Germany, so don't know how that's going to work because I'm flying out Hong Kong. But if they do that, that'll bugger things up for a lot of people. If it does get worse, the government will really close things down. So here we are. So it looks like the shopping centre's closed. I can't see from here. I hope the supermarket's open because I just walked like 15 minutes. And I ignored the local supermarket by my house out of the fact that the food here is a little bit, well, it's really nice, so and more variety, and I might better get some baked beans and some decent bread. All the buses in Shenzhen are electric. They turn that round in about, I think it's about 12 months, including the taxis. It's nice. No fumes, no diesel fumes chucking in your face like it used to be. Yeah, supermarket looks like it's closed, but it's also too early as well. I mean, it's right now it's 10 o'clock. Usually they open about 10, 11, but I don't know what they're doing with it at the moment. Okay, so there you go. It's quiet. A lot quieter than it should be. That's not a bad thing. Keeps traffic down. Keeps the air pollution down. There's not a virus floating around in the air. So that's an update today. All is well, given the circumstances. So it seems they're even testing in the supermarket. I'll tell you what's happening. Oh, here. So there you go. I don't know if I caught that on the camera, but they're testing in the supermarket. The supermarket's quite full. Of course, everyone's stocking up, which is exactly what I'm going to do. There's a lot of people here.